Welcome back, everybody, to the Bay Bolts channel. We have some exciting news to talk about today. As always, my name is Jake Ricker. Today, I'm here with my co-host, Michael Wax. Michael, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm good. We got some fantastic news about some new jerseys that are coming out, not only for the Lightning, but for every single team in the NHL. The reverse retro era is here. Can't wait to talk about these.
You're exactly right, Michael. For those of you that don't know, the NHL officially released their 32 new reverse retro jerseys, and today we're going to be talking about the Lightning's reverse retro jersey and our thoughts on it. So, Michael, I'll start off with you. What are your initial thoughts on this jersey?
Well, just a quick correction. It's 31. I wonder what the Seattle one will look like. But
31,
again, we
correct.
don't have a logo for them or anything like that yet. So, it'll be interesting to see what their reverse retro jersey will be like. I like it. It's not my favorite jersey. I'll say that right off the bat. It's not my favorite Lightning jersey. It is not even my favorite jersey in the reverse retro series, but it calls back to the 2004 jerseys, which I think a lot of people expected when they saw the teaser with the '04. The blue, it's a little blocky, I'm going to say. Like, it looks like it's three different stripes, one on the arm, one on the other arm, and one in the middle. But if you had combined, or I guess flipped, the blue and the black, it would look identical to the '04 jersey.
Yep, that's exactly right. And that's what I believe they're going, because this is a reverse retro. So I was actually a huge fan of the '04 jerseys. I love them. One of my favorite concepts people made for Lightning jerseys was the '04 jersey, except with just the new Lightning logo. So this is kind of similar to that. Obviously, we have the old logo, which I used to love. I loved having the Tampa Bay Lightning on it. So I love that that is back. I honestly, I'm not crazy about the blue, but the more I look at it, the more I love it, to be honest with you. And I'm sure once we see these in person and on the ice, I'm sure the people that are maybe not huge fans of it may come to like it as well. As you know, that's a common theme with jerseys sometimes. Take our alternate releases. A lot of people actually did not like those, but when they saw them on the ice, myself included, they started to look a lot better and you got used to it. And you're like, you know what? These aren't that bad. But I love the callbacks to the '04 jersey. And speaking of callback to the '04 jerseys, for those of you who may not know, there's 6 stripes underneath the armpits on both sides of the jerseys. And Michael, do you know what those are?
I don't, and I'm interested to hear what they're actually about.
So they're actually called victory stripes. And the reason they're called victory stripes is because the idea is that anytime, so obviously you can't see them when you're just standing with your arms by your side. But when you lift your arms up to, say, raise the Stanley Cup or celebrate a goal, you're raising your arms in victory. Henceforth, those are called victory stripes. Those were here in the '04 or the original jerseys in the '04 jerseys. They had them on, I believe, the second set of jerseys when I think it was 2006, about 2008, if I'm not mistaken. And then they were taken away on the latest set of jerseys when the Lightning went to the primary blue color. So a lot of fans actually really enjoy those. It's a fun little tidbit that the Lightning did. No other team really has anything like that. So that's what they are. They're called victory stripes.
Do you know why there are 6 of them? That was the number I was really focusing on when you said they have victory stripes.
I actually don't know why they have 6 of them. I just know that there is 6 on each side, unfortunately. But I still think that they're pretty neat.
And that's really interesting. When you originally said like victory stripes, and I was thinking of them, something that they do a lot in soccer, and I'm not the biggest soccer fan, so anyone in the comments, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But what I remember hearing is that when a team wins a championship, especially in like the European leagues, they'll put championship stars along their jersey.
That
So
is
that
correct.
is very similar to what I thought these victory stripes could be for the Lightning. Now they'd have 2 on each side.
That would make a lot of sense. That'd actually be really cool if they did something like that. But unfortunately, I don't think that the stripes have any representation to how many championships they've won. Obviously, there's 6. We've only won 2. But nonetheless, that's what they are. It's a big, huge throwback to the '04 jersey. Speaking of other things that look like the '04 jerseys, the shoulder patch logo is another. It's the old shoulder patch logo that we used to have on the '04 jerseys, which I'll throw a picture up on screen, which I'll be doing throughout this video. But it is the state of Florida with a lightning bolt through it. This is actually one of my favorite secondary logos the Lightning have ever had. I think this one's really cool. It, really incorporates the state of Florida, obviously, with our logo. I think it's really neat, and it shows that we are the kings of Florida, obviously. But I think this is really cool. I love these patches. I love it on that white background as well.
Yeah, on the white background, it looks great. I wonder if these are going to be both home and away, but judging by the color scheme, I would guess that this is the only jersey, in which case, the white on white looks pretty cool. The one knock that I had against I believe it was third jerseys in the new era was that it was just a crest logo and it said like Tampa Bay Lightning Hockey Club. There's no like character in that. There's character in these secondary logos right here. Whether or not you think the design itself looks cool, it is a bit sloppy with the overlay, like it's always been that way. But I think that's what gives it some charm. So
Absolutely. These are definitely one of my favorites. It definitely has that character. And just so anybody knows, because I myself was confused originally at first, the hoodie that's being worn in these shots are not actually a part of the jersey. It is just a regular normal jersey. So the uh, two hoodie strings you see on there are not a part of the jersey. I myself was confused about that. So I thought I'd let you guys know. But so, I mean, that's basically it for the jerseys. It's the same thing as the 2004 jerseys, except the black and blue are reversed, hence the reverse retro name. You have the victory stripes that are back. You have the old logos being brought back as well. The Lightning will be wearing these next year for a couple of games. We don't know exactly how the NHL is going to do this or when they'll be wearing, if it's just going to be random. Like, for example, the Lightning wear their alternate jerseys always on a Saturday home game is when they wear their black away jerseys. I don't know if there'll be a similar theme for these, like maybe they wear them on Thursdays at home games as a throwback Thursday kind of thing. But I'm sure we'll find that out very soon. Michael, any last thoughts on the jerseys?
I just had a couple questions around, the rest of the jerseys in the NHL because we were one of 31 teams to release our jersey.
Absolutely.
I guess the first one for you is what was your other favorite jersey around the league with these reverse retros?
Oh man, that is tough. There's a lot of ones that I really, really like. I think the NHL did a very good job with these for the most part, to be honest. And if I had to pick my favorite, I have to think I go with Arizona. Arizona's is really, really cool. It's not modern whatsoever. It's a really crazy different. It almost kind of. I don't want to compare it to the Storm jersey because the Storm jersey is often regarded as so bad it's amazing. But I think it's got that kind of idea to it where it just throws you off. It's not a normal type of jersey like the Storm jersey. You got the stripes that are supposed to be rain coming down on the whole jersey. This for the Arizona one, it's got cactuses and a mountainous background or a desert background on the bottom of the jersey, which I think looks really, really cool. So I love Arizona's a lot. I love that purple look as well.
Yeah, if I had to choose one, I think I'd go with the Los Angeles Kings. That purple jersey looks fantastic. It's a callback to their history back in the 60s and 70s when you would have people like Marcel Dion and Luc Robitaille wearing that jersey. They really shied away from the purpleness of their jerseys overall. And I think that with the Lakers now using a lot of purple jerseys, I think the Kings were sort of pressured into it, I don't want to say, but to bring back those types of jerseys. I think it looks fantastic. I'm excited to see them on the ice. My other question for you, Jake, what is the worst retro jersey? I have one, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, as much as I love a lot of these jerseys, there are a couple that I am not a huge fan of. And also, to be fair, a lot of these jerseys, some people are going to hate them, some people are going to love them. I'm very excited about the whole concept behind them. But I think if I had to pick one, I am actually going to go with the Detroit Red Wings because I get, again, these are all callbacks to old jerseys, but I don't love it's just a white jersey with a gray stripe. I don't think the gray stripe kind of fits in very well with the whole, the whole thing's basically white and that random gray. I don't think the gray and white bounce off each other very nicely. So I'm not a huge fan of the Red Wings jersey. I actually don't know, even know the history behind that and why they went with that gray color. But those are not my favorite. If there's any Detroit Red Wings fans out there, I'd love to know why. That's what they did and what the callback that is to their older jerseys. But if I had to pick one, I think the Red Wings is my least favorite.
Yeah, I would have normally gone with the Red Wings too. It just looks like a practice jersey. But if I had to choose one that, this is reverse retro. We're trying to advance things and make things look new. At least the Red Wings tried to do something and failed spectacularly. What is so different between the Islanders' home jersey and their new reverse retro jerseys? They look exactly the same. I know that Lou Lamoriello is sort of a stickler when it comes to trying new things. He's got that facial hair rule and all that stuff, and he makes all his players wear suits. He's very old timey, but this is very non progressive when it comes to jerseys. It's the same thing. Like, I don't even see a difference. It's the same thing. So that would be my pick.
Yeah, that's a very good point there. I didn't even realize that. They definitely look very, very, very similar. I think actually really the only difference is it might be a little bit of a darker blue, to be honest with you, looking at pictures of it. But yeah, they look similar. So they definitely could have done a lot different. I'd love to know if there's any Islanders fans out there, how you guys feel about your jersey. Do you think that these look too identical to your current ones? And what do you wish they might have done if they had gone with something different? But I think that's going to wrap it up for us, guys. Thanks for joining us on this one. We got new jerseys. Hopefully, they'll be coming out soon, and we'll know soon enough when they're going to be wearing these. We do know that they'll be wearing them next year. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more content like this. A lot of fun things still coming our way. Season is going to be here before we know it. Still don't have an official date on when we're going to start, but next thing you know, we're going to be back into things and get into the thick of it. So remember, your Tampa Bay Lightning are your 2020 Stanley Cup champions. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Oh.